What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to the website, www.sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the picks and the NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's Jordan Sharp. There's Junior Browne, my guys over there. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button and subscribe if you guys like the content. Junior, what's up, my guy? Everything good with you? How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. Last time I was on the show, picks went 4-0, so definitely happy that anyone that's watching, that follows can cash. I know you and Blackjack had some good weekends as well. Yesterday I was on the Baby Bulls money line, but unfortunately I did the same with Brooklyn and they lost, so that kind of ruined my day a little bit. But just ready to get back at it and cash some tickets. I don't love these games today, but we're here to just try to, share our ideas, which is why I love doing the show, because I love hearing your guys' takes, just sharing information with everyone watching, and just make the best decision possible whenever you can.
Got you, Jordan. What you think about that, my guy? Everything good with you? How was your weekend?
Yeah, not a bad weekend. Last time I was on the show, I had 2-0 on picks as well. My Kangs lost on my lean, but that wasn't a bad Friday show for me either. And then went 2-1 this weekend on NBA picks, but lost my biggest one on Saturday, so that kind of dampened the winnings over the last 3 days a little bit. The Wolves just gave up 122 to the Sixers in that game on Saturday. I had the under in that one, but came back with got some under money, got some of that money back with the 76ers yesterday with the under 226 in that one against the Grizz. So not a bad overall weekend for me. Better 3-day stretch. Looking to try to bounce back a little bit more here today.
Got you. Let's get into today's game, man. That's what you guys are here for. We got a loaded card, you know what I'm saying? Action-packed cards, you know what I'm saying? This first game is pretty good, I must say. Pretty interesting, this Knicks versus Nets game, guys. You have to say, so what? I don't know about you guys, but everything that I'm seeing that KD is possible, that the likelihood is there that he could come back here. We saw it shoot up from 4.5 to 6, if I'm not mistaken. Here, the Nets, you know what I'm saying? The Knicks, they played them pretty tight both games this year. Jordan, you think the Knicks they come to play here? Nets off their loss yesterday in Chicago. What you think, they bounce back or what? Would you like anything?
I think I don't really like either side of this game, to be honest. I do think it's going to be a great game to watch. One of my favorites of the card, of a card that, like Junior said, is not the greatest. This kind of is one of the reasons why it's not a complete dumpster fire. But I don't know if I'm going to find a play on this game, simply because, like you said, the unknown of KD. The Knicks are playing their third game and fourth night. Nets are off a back-to-back. Don't know their injury situation. It's that time of year in the NBA, folks. There's the variables grow, the uncertainty gets even better, and as we'll talk about later in the show, I'm sure with some of these games on tap with double-digit spreads, there's a lot of tanking as well. So neither of these teams obviously in that latter category, but tough to say here for a New York team that could be legit tired. Obviously, it's kind of a home game for them, so it's not too bad. They obviously got to rest up and sleep in their own beds last night, even though it's technically a road game. But still, I don't think I'm betting against a Nets team coming off a loss here. Like you said, even though they might be down a little bit injured, with the possibility of Durant potentially making his return, whether it's tonight or sometime in the next two games on this home stretch. Kind of too much for me to get invested in the Nets. But if you like speculating on that, I do think the Nets may be the play here, with the Knicks probably pretty tired.
I know Junior like the Nets today. Them is boys over there, Junior. You ride with them today. To be honest with you, Junior, I think all three of them will possibly suit up here. That's just what I think. I think you'll get Harden, Kyrie, and KD here versus the Knicks. That's just what I think, for what it's worth. But I'm not. I probably won't bet the game, Junior. You like the Nets here?
Yeah, so yesterday I actually just realized that I said before that I was on the Bulls and the Nets. Obviously, the Bulls played the Nets, and I wrote that article for SBR yesterday. Sorry about that. And I said that it was a letdown spot for the Nets, because the Nets really, first of all, they just wanted to rest some guys. Second of all, they were trying new things. They started Blake and LaMarcus Aldridge. And if you see after the game, Steve Nash is like, yeah, you shouldn't expect to see too much of that moving forward. You shouldn't expect to see any, big lineups, because they've basically been going 4 guards and a big man, which is how they like to play. Obviously, Kevin Durant's not a guard, but he's going to be one of those 4. So it's going to be 4 wing players and a big man moving forward for them. The point I'm trying to make is that I'm talking way too much. So let me just take a page out of Blackjack's book. Nets trifecta. That's all I have to say. I don't got nothing else to say. Nets trifecta. Let's get it.
Gotcha. Hey, and as Junior, I couldn't talk you out of. Like I say, if it was me, I would take the Nets here. I do think obviously the line's gonna shoot. Like I said, it was down to 4.5 this morning. So if you guys read up, like I believe they said it like yesterday that KD is probably gonna play on Monday. So I mean, I know I'm not tripping. I saw this a couple days ago. So I'm not. I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I just go with, what I'm saying, just go and scroll through Twitter, go scroll through a few articles or something, and you'll find some info. But they said that KD was supposed to return on Monday. Today's Monday. So, you know what I'm saying? Harden, he ended up sitting out yesterday's game. It was the first game back-to-back. I think he possibly could have played yesterday. He's like, no, I want to play versus the Knicks. And come back to Three Stooges. So, Junior, you know what I'm saying? I could see Junior going 3-0 there. Jordan, what you think about that trifecta spot? Jordan, what you think?
I think I got to update this now because we just got some injury news. It says KD's remains out tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, good talk.
But Harden is not on the injury report, so it looks like he's going to play. So I mean, still
Good
though,
talk.
I don't think you need. I don't think they need Kevin Durant to smack up the Knicks tonight, who are tired. But I mean, the Knicks' best chance to keep this game close and to cover in this is going to be, obviously just to play Knicks basketball and prevent the Nets from getting out and running, which means they're going to have to make very good shots and on the offensive end to prevent them from getting long rebounds and stuff. So, yeah, I'm not saying the Knicks can't cover here, but I do think that if they get to play their style of game, the Nets are going to have trouble beating them at that because the Nets they've been playing really good defense lately. So, I mean, maybe kind of, I guess, lean under a little bit here at 217. But if for that to happen, I think that would be kind of the Knicks. It's going to be Knicks and under. If the over cashes, I think that means Junior's going to run away with his trifecta tonight.
Got you. So Shamit ruled out Tyler Johnson, which he got carried off the floor yesterday, so it might be kind of a bad. Hope Tyler Johnson's all right. You know what I'm saying? He always wearing the Jordans out there, my guy. But yeah, Shamit Johnson, Blake Griffin ruled out as well. Then, like you say, Harden is not on the injury report, and then Kevin Durant out. So he's supposed to come back, likely to, but it look like he. You know what I'm saying? They just say, hey, we just gonna play them. But I know that money was coming on the Knicks all morning. I do know that. The quote unquote sharp money supposedly is coming on the Knicks heavy this morning. So, but obviously it's going to go up. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not betting this game, man. I could see it go either way. Obviously, the way that the Knicks have the rest advantage, if they keep playing defense the way they do, they could stay in this game. Obviously, Randall, you know what I'm saying, and they got the guards stay there. But hey, Harden and Kyrie was a different beast, I must say. Jordan, you didn't have any look on the total real quick. It was like 216.
I lean under, I think, a little bit, but not enough for me to bet it right now. It's just kind of, like I said, it's really, I'm trying to decide who's going to dictate pace in this game, and I really can't figure it out with both teams. Like I said, Brooklyn's on a back-to-back, New York third game and fourth nights. I really don't know what's going to happen in this game, so I think I'm probably just going to stay away.
Nah, I can dig it. Yeah, I don't have a look on the total. I'm sure Junior probably don't either. So I had to ask Jordan, man. Let's get to the next game. Wizards versus Raptors here, Junior. The Tampa Bay Raptors over here. They come out Smack City game versus the Warriors over there. Now they play the Wizards over here. Are the Wizards even trying to win games right now? Bradley Beal he probably just gonna go and sit out the rest of the season. He probably on the beach somewhere. He probably like, all right, I'm finished with this. I'm done. Y'all got it, man. Trade me somewhere. Trade me to the Lakers or somewhere, Junior. You like anything in this Wizards versus Raptors game?
No, I don't. Wizards have lost 11 of 14. Raptors have lost 13 of 15. What am I even betting on right now? I can't take points with the one, and I can't lay points with the other, so it's a hard pass.
Got you. Jordan, we're looking at first half over here, Jordan, or what? What we got in this one?
If the first half over cashes, that means that the Toronto defense just absolutely collapses here, which they actually have not looked half bad over their last 5 games. They've played some pretty sorry teams over that stretch, but they've also played some pretty good ones here. So I got to give them at least a little bit of credit. But the Golden State thing was really the one that really kind of skews the numbers just a little bit here. So very interesting to see here now. So on the first night of a back-to-back, when you got the Lakers tomorrow, a little bit of a trap game, maybe thinking about playing against a wounded Lakers team tomorrow and getting that win on your record versus maybe tonight and letting Washington hang in there a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. If that happens, yeah, the first half over is probably a great play. But I got to see if Toronto's defense is gonna come to play at all here against a Washington team that also their offense has not looked that great lately either. So tough for me to back the over with that in mind. And obviously we don't know if Bradley Beal is going to play yet. I think Rui Hachimura has already been ruled out, but then Fred VanVleet's also questionable tonight for Toronto. So it's just a lot of ifs. A lot of ifs that I don't want to get involved in, to be honest, to be quite frank. So I guess I'd say lean under with hope that Beal and Van Vliet don't play. But, I mean, still not enough for me to get on board tonight, I don't think.
Got you. Yeah, I see Pascal Siakam. He's on the graphic on today's show. this guy here, man. He just moves so funny to me, man. He played so good for one season. You know what I'm saying? Probably like a season and a half, and then it's just like all that's gone. All the hard work is gone ever since he got paid the money. It's just the story of the NBA, man. But in theory, the way the Wizards been looking lately, guys, I would not touch them, guys. They literally, I mean. We talk about staying away from the bottom tier teams of the league, maybe unless they're getting double-digit points in a certain spot. But this Wizards team is literally going the wrong direction, guys. So I'm with Junior on this one. Hard pass for me. I don't want anything to do with that game. My guys, I'm with them on that. Jazz next game up, man. Jazz versus Mavs here, my guys. Line up at 5.5. It's at 5 now. Well, 4.5 now. Jazz here, laying a short number. Like they had full squad too. Laying a short number here on the road versus the Mavs, man. My guys over there, Jordan, what you like anything in this one with Jazz Smack City in this one or what?
I think, yeah, it would depend on Porzingis' status, but I think the Mavs
Jordan.
can cover this game even without Porzingis.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, but Jordan, everybody's gonna play for the Mavs. Nobody's sitting this one out. They're coming to play.
I'm glad you got that inside information, my friend.
Yeah, nobody said that. So I know the line might move. If you like the Mavs, everybody's playing. I can tell you that for sure.
I do think. You mean like?
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. I think I'm a broken record when it comes to Utah. Also this season, when I talk about them on the road, like it's just like I don't know what their defense is going to look like on the road here, and especially against the Dallas team, like you said, if it's they're coming in hot, they're coming in potentially a full squad here. With a chance to kind of, make up some ground here, and especially against one of the teams like we've been talking about that may look really good right now, but they haven't been they've been a lock to cover the Jazz by any means. And now that they go on the road against a competent team, which to be honest, they have not done in a really long time. In fact, I don't think they've done it, basically since right after the All-Star break, if not before it. So a tough test for Utah tonight here, but it should be a good one. I think maybe. Like I said, I think the lean here is the under, but also if this is a Dallas Mavericks cover here, you have to think that they're going to get in a shooting battle with the Jazz here tonight, because I don't know if their defense is good enough to slow down this Jazz offense just yet. I've been a pretty vocal advocate of this Mavericks defense at times this year when they come to play, but it's not really guaranteed every single night. But you got a big game at home against one of the leaders in the conference, if not the entire league. You got to think if any time their defense is going to come play, it's going to be tonight. So no real play on the side here for me. But I do think if the Mavs defense is for real tonight, I think the under here is the play. But still just in the lean category for me.
Got Junior. I know Junior rocking with the Jazz tonight. Well, I know if Blackjack was on here, he'd be on the Jazz for sure. Junior, you like anything in this game? A small total as well. You liking the under here? Both teams been playing defense lately.
Yeah, my lean in this game is the under. If you're giving, well, first of all, you actually almost just convinced me to take the points with Dallas, but I don't like the fact that the line is trending the other way. If Josh Richardson's playing and Kristaps Porzingis is playing, which last time I checked they were questionable, I would take the points with the Mavs for the simple fact that the Jazz are like 2-6 ATS in their last 8 road games. They're not covering on the road, so I think Dallas's improved defense, like Jordan just mentioned, kind of gives them the ability to hang with this Jazz team. And also, like, if you just look at the makeup of the Jazz lineup, I know, and I always say this, so like I want to be careful how I say it. When I say, well, they don't have anyone that could guard Luka. Well, no one could guard Luka, but they like really don't have anyone that matches up well with Luka. I feel like he could get whatever he wants against this Jazz team. So my lean would be to the under and to the Mavs, not Jazz.
Yeah, I don't want to say that they don't have anybody to, because I mean, obviously full squad. I mean, they have Mike Conley. He's a good defender. He's he's like a 3D kind of
guys though.
Right? He's small, but he can't play. He's a really good defender though. I mean, I can't disrespect Mike Conley. I can't disrespect this Jazz team. Mm-hmm. So the Jazz are #1 defense and offense last 5 games. You know what I'm saying? I like the Mavs here, but I can't disrespect what the Jazz are doing. Obviously, they do a lot of their damage at their house. They're coming off a really good game. Obviously, I mean, their numbers are really going to be good after their last game versus the Magic. And the reason because of that, they played the Bulls before that and had gave up the most point paints ever, like in Jazz history. See what I'm saying? So they are starting to be exploited just a tad bit. And Junior said it with their 1-5 against the spread last 6 road games versus a team with the winning home record. See what I'm saying? Man, double revenge for the Mavs here, man. They lost a couple of games in Utah early this year, got their ass smacked up, to be honest with you, both games. So thought they was gonna come to play the second game. Donovan Mitchell sat out. No, they smacked them by 20. But obviously Jazz were playing at a high level. Mavs were not. They're kind of hot right now, to be honest with you. They're playing defense. They got the third best defense the last 5 games. Defensive rating, offensive rating, been playing well this last 4 games. Like I say, 4-0. I like the Mavs tonight, guys. I think they're gonna win. I'm be live, man, from the AAC tonight, my guys. Give me the Mavs here plus the points for a lot of reasons versus Jazz here. Let alone they got to look ahead versus the Suns. Revenge spot versus Suns next game as well. And I like the Jazz in that game. This one, I think they dropped this one on the road, my guys. I know the Mavs come back at the house the first game after Rocha, but they're going to be focused and ready. And if you're waiting on injuries, Josh Richardson and Porzingis just resting last game, guys. They're not missing this game. Full squad for the Mavs. That's something I could damn near guarantee you guys. They're coming to play. Win or lose, I think they're coming to play. I think you get their best effort. Give me the Mavs, guys. I like it. Just one unit. Mavs, my guys. That's my play, man. Next game up, my guys. What we got? Jordan, Junior, you bring us into the next one. Kings versus Timberwolves, Junior. What you like in this one?
Oh my God. That's what you gave me. What I do to you, bro? Like,
nah. Jordan.
No,
that's the equivalent of like passing it to somebody at the end.
I would take the points, I guess, with Minnesota. I mean, I'm not gonna do that with my own money, but if you're asking me the question, just because people love to say we pass too much, which obviously I'm gonna do with this game because it's absolute garbage. I'm surprised you had this on the rundown, to be honest with you.
No, but Junior, real quick, it wasn't Pistons versus Thunder. That would have been disrespectful. I feel like this is actually still a game. I mean, the Kings been playing a lot better.
It's a game to watch.
If you see Karl Anthony Towns last game, he came and balled out. I mean, this is like this. It's Thunder versus Pistons would have been disrespectful. I couldn't. No. I was not talking about that game. I'm sorry. If they had put it on a rundown,
I agree with you that one. I'm sorry. If I'm flipping through NBA, you know what I'm saying, NBA TV or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, or NBA League Pass, I would watch this game. You got De'Aaron Fox, you got Edwards, you got Towns, you got a lot of good young players. So I would watch this game for the entertainment value. For the value in my pocket, I can't invest in this game, but I would take the points with the Wolves. But I'm interested to see what Jordan thinks of the total because obviously, you know, Sacramento's going to try and make it a track meet. It's 235 points, but I think that Minnesota's one of those teams. They won't be afraid to get out and run with them. Jordan, what do you think? Over? Even though it's a pretty big number?
Minnesota's going to be happy to get out and run with these boys. Of all the leans I got today, this is the one that I may jump on, and you're exactly right. For more than that reason, I mean, we both know that these two teams love to play up in pace, and the Wolves being in the position right now, currently as the top lottery odds, they're not going to want to jeopardize that, as we've seen with many of their games here lately. And the reason, and that what happens is they just give up points in the fourth quarter. And I could see Sacramento just absolutely scoring 125, 130 points in this game very, very easily. And I don't think there's any way that they can stop the Wolves, to be honest, from jumping up to the 110, 115 range, because I mean, let's be honest, like this Wolves offense is pretty two-dimensional right now. They don't have Malik Beasley tonight, or at least he's doubtful, so he's probably not going to play. Ricky Rubio's not going to play. Like, they're going to be Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, but those two guys could legit score 70 tonight together against this Kings defense. Both teams coming in third game in 4 nights. I mean, I'm really, really trying to get the over here, but once again, this is the kind of game I usually bet the under, simply because like one bad quarter, 150 to 55 point quarter, pretty much ruins an overplay here. But like I was just going to ask you, I'll bounce it back to Junior or Jay in this one. Like, who's stopping anybody in this game? Like, let's be just completely bluntly honest.
This is going to be like an AAU game.
No one is playing defense. The Wolves want to have a top 3 protected pick. They're not trying to win right now. The Kings are actually trying to do a few things, but I don't trust the defense. I mean, it's their first game against each other this season also, which usually trends towards the over. And then later, if once they play again, they start to go under a little bit more. They got a back-to-back home and home for Sacramento here later in a few weeks. But yeah, I can't see anybody stopping anybody in this game. It's basically what it all boils down to.
God, yeah, that's what I also. Hey, Jordan might be on the. I mean, I feel like we had to. I already took one game off the rundown. So I'm saying we already had that many games, Junior. So I mean, I just feel like we had to put it on there. But I mean, I don't mind you saying pass. I'm with you on that. I like betting on games. I think I'm gonna win. If it's some, I mean, we might say a few words about it. But I mean, if we don't think it's a strong game to bet on, or if you guys like to force a bet on it, hey, go ahead. It's just. We don't. I mean, I like talking about stuff. I got my money on. Yeah, I don't even have money yet on the Mavs, but I do like it. So I mean, it's not even all the way official yet because I don't even have money on it yet. I'd be on just being honest with you. I don't have cheddar on it yet, but I will. Just know that. But this game, really, Junior, real quick, I couldn't see the rundown, so I was like, all right, next game, bro. So my bad for that. I wasn't trying to, but I'm back on the screen now. I'm back on the screen, man. Cavs versus Spurs. Yeah, I leaned over in that game, but I'm not messing with it. Cavs versus Spurs, my guys. It's another tough one. It's another tough one, but hey. I'm not betting the Cavs. You know what I mean? You stay away from the Cavs right now. So, I mean, it's either the Spurs or nothing. They land 9. They're off, a few straight losses here. Jordan, you land the points with the Spurs here? You like, maybe first half over or something? I mean, if Garland and Sexton's in, maybe we get some points here, Jordan. What you think about that?
Absolutely no way am I touching an over in a Cleveland Cavaliers game. I mean, even if they're fully healthy, like this, there's no guarantees. They're scoring points right now, man. It's tough to watch them with Nance out. You got Jared Allen out. It's basically your best pick and roll options right there. Kevin Love is still, working his way back. It's tough, man. And San Antonio, I used to be like somebody who would come on here when I get a San Antonio Spurs game at home, be like, oh, guaranteed they're playing defense. Well, that hasn't been a guarantee either lately. So tough to really get invested in this game. I know that's been kind of the theme of this show. I do have an official pick though. We'll get to that here in just a second, but it's not on this game. It's simply because I would initially kind of lean towards trying to take the points with the Cavs here because this is against, like you said, the Spurs have been struggling just a little bit, but at the same time, I have no guarantees they're going to get above 90, 95 points in this game if the Spurs actually do decide to play a little defense, which they haven't been able to do over their last 4 games or so. So I think it's going to be a pass for me, but if we do get some definitive injury news, it'll be interesting to see where this line moves. It's already kind of started to go towards the Spurs, which kind of leads me to believe that the Cavs, once again, who are kind of in a race towards trying to secure a top 5 pick this year. Kind of hard for me to trust them even taking 9 points here. I can't bank on them putting forth the effort to keep this within single digits.
Got you. I can dig you on that. Junior, you like anything on this one? You laying the points with the Spurs here, Smack City?
No, but I have a heavy lean to the first quarter. It's still at one possession at -3. Anything over -3, I'm just off the game completely. Probably gonna have to. I'd rather get it a little bit less, but it's already moved up to -115 at -3 at a couple of different books. So obviously the numbers going toward, it's gonna go to -3.5 if it goes anywhere. So I just think the Spurs are super desperate. But another thing is they showed me something in that Pacers game. They were getting their asses kicked in that game. And they fought back and forced overtime. I think they kind of ran out of gas in overtime. They couldn't really get any buckets. But, how much should we talk about motivation on this show? The Spurs still look like they're motivated to win basketball games because they could have just rolled over and let Indiana just, run away with that game, and they didn't. Mm-hmm. Now they get the Cavaliers who can't even score 100 points. I mean, in the last 5 games of the Cavs, they're averaging 90 points a game, and their opponents are averaging 109 a game. So if you can't get it done against this team, then I don't know what else to say. I can't lay this many points, though. It's a bit ridiculous. So it would just be a spot play where I just think, the Spurs come out with some intensity, obviously off a couple losses, and they kind of pissed away their playoff position now. They're like in 9th place, but they're 2.5 games ahead of the Warriors, who are in 10th, and they're only 2.5 games back of the Mavs, who are in 7th. So if they can get their act together a little bit down the stretch, there's like 27 games left. You just figure that the way that I see them playing, especially again in that second half against Indiana, where I just thought they were going to get blown out, they're still showing fight. So I would lay the first quarter points with the motivated team against whatever you want to call the Cavaliers.
G League squad. What is it? Used to be D League. They made it to the G League. Now the NBA is going to come into the N League. The NBA is going to be the N League. I don't know what's up with them boys, man. But yeah, I don't bet games like that. With Junior, yeah, man, I mean, maybe the Spurs try to, you know what I'm saying, come out here early in theory. In theory, they come out and try to smack them boys. My problem is, even that game versus the Pacers. Like, how do you lose to the Pacers without Sabonis? To the Pacers right now, who don't like good Pacers, and then no Sabonis and Brogdon in that game, and you lose to them. So it's just like, so y'all better come out here and smack up the Cavs, man. Let's get to the next game. Suns versus Rockets here. Suns versus Rockets. This line up to 14.5 now for the Suns, laying 14.5 on the road. Who's all playing for the Rockets? Is some guys gonna come to play or what, man? What is another G League team out here? Suns are actual NBA team. Do they come in motivated though? They do have the Jazz on deck, a much, you know what I'm saying, bigger game. Junior, do they try to get this one over early? The Suns squad?
Bro, I swear to God, if I had someone in the studio that was holding the camera that could point it up, I would stand up and just do that. But I do have one thing to say, though. It's kind of a letdown spot for the Suns. So I'm only going to bet them first quarter, first half, not trifecta. I don't know if they'll cover that full game spread just because, listen, they're chasing the Jazz. The Jazz have a much tougher game today, and they play the Jazz in their next game on Wednesday. I think it's a look-ahead spot for both the Jazz and them, kind of, but more so for Phoenix just because of the competition that they're playing. The Jazz don't have the luxury of looking ahead against Dallas. They have to bring their A game or else they're not even going to get a win. If you're Phoenix, there's no scenario that you can imagine that they're going to lose this game, so then it's just kind of down to motivation. Kind of like what I was just saying about the Spurs Pacers game. In the Suns' last game, they were like 27 points in the fourth quarter against the Thunder. Chris Paul was like still out there for a couple of minutes. Like, you know, a lot of their starters, like these guys are out there to smash teams. They're not out there to play games. They're not out there to take it easy. They're out there to give you the business. And I think they're really on a mission to catch Utah. I can't wait to take Phoenix on the money line against Utah and on the spread. I can tell you that's happening already. It's Monday. I'm telling you that I'm doing that on Wednesday because it's happening. But yeah, I'm on Phoenix first quarter. First, the Phoenix Suns are what? Let me just check because I had this written down somewhere. The Phoenix Suns are 19-7 ATS on the road. They're just warriors right now. So I'm gonna keep riding the hot team as long as they keep cashing tickets for me.
Got you. Yeah, I'm taking the Suns on the money line in this game. Now I'm messing with you. Jordan,
you got stacks, Jay. You know what I'm saying? A couple chains. You can do that.
Hell no, that's a terrible. And then the Rockets win outright.
Right.
So,
Yo, put three chains on the Suns tonight.
I'm not putting nothing on no chains going nowhere.
Three chains to win some cubic zirconium because that's about how much you're laying tonight with Phoenix on the money line. Also, not only do the Phoenix Suns have the Jazz on deck, they got to play the Clippers in Staples Center the next night after that. So it's like a double look-ahead spot for them. Also, I love doing this show for simply these reasons because when we kind of like feel the same way about a game, I think we kind of let it be known pretty early, and I completely agree with you guys about how this is a come out flat spot for Phoenix. The great thing about this is it's a come out flat spot on their defense because I don't think they're going to take this team seriously at all. They may come out in the third, fourth quarter, like you guys said, and just and get the deal done then, kind of toy with them a little bit in the first half. But that's exactly one of the reasons why I'm on the first half over here, 109.5. The Suns have been the second best first half offense in the league over the last 5 games, averaging over 125 points per 100 possessions. And guess who's like right behind them? The Houston Rockets have actually been scoring a lot in the first half. And then, of course, they don't want to win because they have a protected first-round pick that they're going to lose if they're not in the top 3 or 4 in the draft. And they come out in the second half and come out flat and get whooped. So theoretically, we should see a lot of points here in the first half if Phoenix doesn't take this team seriously. So I like the over here. I think that the Suns playing down in pace a little bit scares me, but I don't think they're going to have any problem just, kind of playing with their food a little bit tonight here in the first 2 quarters tonight. So give me the first half over official for the day.
My guy right there. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice. I mean, it opened up at 260.5. The total is up to 222. So some money coming in on that over. I mean, you talked me into it. I don't like playing totals, but shit, I want to put me some on the first half over, full game over now, man. Now I can see the Suns. They're kind of sleepwalking through this one. And then, you know what I'm saying, then to come back and win this one. The Rockets actually, I mean, if you've been watching, they actually been playing too bad. They actually been scoring some points. Obviously, the defense isn't really there, but when Christian Wood's out there, I mean, so the boys still got Augustine, Bradley out there. So let me see, Olynyk as well. He's been a huge. So Olynyk is trying to get signed by the Rockets. Like, he's trying to get a long term. So the guy out there is playing for a bag. You see what I'm saying? And they'll probably sign him because he's a big that can shoot threes. He actually fits pretty good with the Rockets, to be honest with you. So just keep an eye out for that. Some of these teams that obviously they're not trying to win the game and they'll tank it away in the fourth quarter, but when they're getting a boatload of points, could possibly be a spot for them. They do have Suns got a bigger game versus the Jazz. I do think Jazz might smack them up in that game, and then the Suns smack the Clippers up in the next one, man. That's the scenario that I see, man. We'll see, my guys. Me and Junior might be going head to head now. We might have to make a little gentleman's wager in that game. If Jazz go down tonight, I'm definitely gonna be on them boys. Revenge spot versus the Suns in the next one, my guy. Yes, sir. I like it. We can go ahead and do that, Junior. I'll let you know on that. Let's go, Jordan.
Hey, I love money, Jay. You already know. So
let's do it. Let's do it, Jordan. Break them off with your officials, my guy.
Yes, sir. I got over 109 first half. Phoenix and Houston. Strong lean on Kings Minnesota over. I really hate playing overs, but I might end up jumping on two of them tonight. To be honest, I'm already on one. We'll see if I jump on that other one though.
Got you, Junior. What we going with, my guy? I'm right with Junior today. Whatever Junior on, that's what I'm on today, guy.
I'm on the Nets Smack City trifecta, and I'm on the Suns first quarter, first half. Everything else is just a lean. That's still 5 plays though, so that I'm going heavy tonight. Go Baylor. You already know what it is. But Jay, I don't even have to ask the question because I know you're big money like my guy Blackjack. If we do a gentleman's wager, we're not doing less than a stack.
No, for real. You already know that. It got to be at least that. Yeah, it got to be at least that. No, we're going to talk. Trust me. Let's go see how this game goes tonight and if it goes how I think it will. If it's like some deja vu type something saying the future, I'm going to be on Jazz for sure. Revenge spot. Suns not better than the Jazz, man. They're not better than the Jazz. Stop all that. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Jazz Knights, I think they're going to go down tonight. You dig it versus the man. I don't have money on it, so it's not officially official. But when it is, I will let you guys know, man. But I think the Jazz is going down tonight, my guys. I know nobody likes it. I know it's unpopular, but it's what I like. So it is what it is, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, though. Hit the like button, subscribe. Go to sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out all the articles, and we'll be back tomorrow, man. We go.